Hi everyone, welcome to day 3 of the Splits channel that we are doing this January. Today we're gonna focus on the middle split. Before starting, if you have any questions in any of the exercises we are gonna do next, feel free to use the chat box. Also, we have more exercises, other like middle split, hip targeted joint exercises in the channel. So check them out. Check them out as well if you feel like today's session is not enough or you want to explore other exercises. So for the class, we need 2 yoga blocks. Maybe you need also something for your knees. And we are going to do 30 minutes of wonderful middle split class in this Sunday, rainy Sunday in Zurich. So stay cozy, have the socks on, and let's just go in our forearms to start warming up those hips. So extend the legs. Nicely point the toes, engaging the knees, and we are going to bend the right knee. So bend the right knee, try to bring it as close as possible to you. The foot is touching all the time, the opposite leg. Then when we open the knee to the side, you see my hip, it's not lifting up, so we stay with square hips. Open as much as you can, then extend. And knees facing again towards the ceiling. We are going to do 5 more of this. So in total, it's like 6 rounds. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, nicely controlling that the opposite hip, it's not lifting. 4, 5. Now we are going to reverse. So we start opening the knee to the side and bringing the foot closer towards the thigh. Then knee to center and then extend the leg. And 5 more of these. 1, 2, 3. The other leg continues being engaged. 4 and 5. Beautiful. We switch sides. So start bending the left knee, bringing the knee as close as possible to the upper body, keeping the foot touching the opposite leg. Open, extend, knee facing towards the ceiling. Let's go for 5 more. And 2. We try to do them a bit dynamically to also kind of not get into the cardio zone, but warm up as well, the hip joint. 5, and then switch directions. So extend the leg. We start by bending the knee first to the side, then bring it to the center and extend the leg. And 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and I was cheating already. And 1. Nice. Shake the legs if you need to. Now we are gonna bend the knees, bring the feet as close as possible to our pelvic floor, and try to keep in this exercise the feet all the time on the floor. From here we are gonna open into the butterfly, extend the legs, and then knees facing towards the ceiling. We do 5 more of these. 1, 2. When we extend the legs, try to engage the knees. 3, 4, 5. Nice. And now in the next one, we are gonna keep ourselves open in the butterfly and move the hips, like shake them from one side to another or rock them from one side to another for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Now stay in the middle. Try to tuck the pelvis and squeeze the glutes for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start extending the right leg and hold it here. Hands stay on the mat. They are not helping us. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then close and extend the other leg. And hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Feet together. And now we are going to extend both legs. Check that the knees are facing towards you so they are not going into a diagonal because this will be a straddle split. And today we are going to focus in on the middle split. And stay here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Close the legs. We are going to have the block nearby. But first, let's activate a tiny bit more those side glutes. So come to the side, knees are together and feet are together as well. We're gonna do 10 times, opening the knees to your full range of motion and then close. The feet stay together all the time. And let's go for 1, 2, 3. If you want an extra resistance, you can always put like a TheraBand between the knees. 5 more, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now keep the knee open and hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Extend the leg and have a stretch, a side stretch. Inhale. And on the exhale, bend and extend the arm, the top arm, well, the bottom arm as well. So imagine the top wrist wants to come to the other side of the room and look down and hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. We go to the other side. Coming to this side position with the knees together, feet together. And check first a couple of times how it feels like. And let's go for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. Now we are going to hold it tender open to our maximal range of motions. Feet stay together. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Extend the leg and come into your side stretch. Take a deep inhale and exhale, side bend towards the left, arm over the head. Imagine the wrist wants to reach the other side of the room and look down. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Come back to center. We are gonna lay on our back and have the block between our knees. Here it's also important that the low back it's not lifting. And check that your knees and hips are in one line, which it will make it harder for the low back. Squeezing the block between the knees. We're gonna open the feet to the side and then back to center. 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now open. Keep squeezing the block with the knees and hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Set the block aside. Beautiful. We are going to go for a second round of legs opened. And here we are going to do a hold of 1 minute. So I have here my timer. So let's start the torture. So coming to your forearms, just for the sake of the camera, I'm gonna be facing towards the window. But it's for you to check how the knees, they are facing towards you. So they are not facing in a diagonal. We don't wanna do this. We really wanna stay in our middle split line. So the timer is on. Now we are gonna completely lay down. You can bring the hands below the head. And we are going to do little bounces with the feet. Try to squeeze the quads, so activate the quads to extend the knee. And let's go, breathing in and breathing out. Keep bouncing, 20 seconds down. We are halfway through. Like getting cramps underneath my foot from pointing it. 40 seconds down. Check that your knees are not starting to face in a diagonal or any funky way. 50, so last 10 seconds. It's almost done, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Close, bend for 1 second. And in the next exercise, we're gonna open and close for another minute. So get ready, extend the legs. Timer it's on. Let's just open and then close. 1, 2, and what's gonna start counting, but I mean, we are doing the chronometer 1 minute, so it doesn't make sense. 15 seconds down. Keep closing and opening the legs and check that your knees are still facing parallel towards you and not in a diagonal. Good news, 30 seconds down. So we are halfway through. After this minute, we're gonna hold it in our maximum extension to do one last engagement. But by now, keep opening and closing the legs. 45 seconds, we are almost there. Come on, people, we can do it. It's 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now keep open and squeeze the glutes. Squeeze your glutes and see if you can open the feet wider. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice. Close. And coming to your knees. I hope you could all feel the stretch. And if you feel like you need to drink a bit of water, feel free. We are going to go next into our froggy stretch. So for the froggy, you may want to have some cushion or something for the knees. I'm going to show how to do it in the wall. So if you have also a wall nearby, that would be ideal. So then we ensure that we have a nice alignment in the froggy. So it's very useful that people don't place correctly the hips, so you don't really make the most out of that stretch. And we are also going to be in the froggy, not 1 minute, but 2 minutes. I know you're super excited about it. Okay, knees are on top of the blocks. And now with the feet flex, I'm gonna place them against the wall. So check 1 moment, look backwards and see where your knee begins and where is your line of the hip. And then tag the pelvis. Timer it's on, we are gonna stay here 2 minutes. So the first exercise it's gonna bring, keeping the feet on the wall, hips forward to our maximum range of motion, keeping the pelvis tucked, and then hips backwards. Also to the maximum, you will see how there are certain like your hip structure and mobility. It's limiting you how much you can go up and backwards. If you feel like you're having too much pressure on the knees, try engaging a bit more the glutes, pressing the feet against the floor. And keep here, rocking from to the front and backwards. 45 seconds down. Now we are gonna find our middle line. So the middle line is where the hip and the knee, they are in the same line. Squeeze the glutes and see if you can open the knees a tiny bit more towards the side. Readjust the feet. Staying here, hands relaxing, shoulders relaxed. We are gonna do little cat and cows with the pelvis for 1, 2. So my upper body, it's not moving. It's really isolating the pelvis, very subtle movements. Mostly you will feel like the core getting engaged. Good, 1 minute and 30 seconds. It's almost there. So we are almost done. We can do it. Beautiful. Now it's 1 minute and 30 seconds. Good. Keep doing the cat and cows, even if you see like my movements are really tiny, but I'm in this way kind of massaging the hip socket. Breathing in and breathing out. And for the last 15 seconds, we are gonna place the feet a tiny bit together. Well, and maybe slide a tiny bit also forward. Hands on the mat. And imagine you want to sit backwards, keeping the pelvis stacked. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Close the legs. Come into your tabletop position. We are gonna do with bended knees. We are gonna do like circles here for 1, 2, 3, and then switch directions. 1, 2, 3. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3. Switch directions. And 1, 2, and 3. Very nice. In the next, we are gonna go to our half froggy. So we are gonna slide kind of passive actively. So make sure you have space to slide. Just gonna bend my mat quickly, and I don't need anything for the knee. But if you feel like also in this knee, the one that is bended, you need something, feel free to get it. Hands to the hips, take a deep inhale and exhale. Slide, controlling, engaging as much as possible. Then we bring the hands, bring also the pelvis, like the sitting bones, looking towards the ceiling, and try to open in your half froggy. Elbows to the mat, and in this half froggy, we are gonna sit a tiny bit backwards and then go back into the middle line. So it's basically my hips are doing the rotation and my knees following, right? So we are not isolate, like the rotation is not coming from the knee, because otherwise we will hurt ourselves, but it's really from the hip, and all the muscles from the leg are engaged, so they follow the rotation of the hip. And slowly we sit a tiny bit more backwards and continue doing that rotation. It's like the cat and cow movement. And maybe even you can open a tiny bit more those hips. Good. Last 10, 9. Now we start sitting backwards. So this foot over here, the one that it's not extended, it's gonna come a tiny bit inwards. And we're gonna start sitting backwards. Engage the leg. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. And come back out of the pose, and we go to the other side. Shake the hips if you need to. Good. Let's get ready. Take the line in the leg. Take a deep inhale, and on the exhale, let's start the sliding down. Breathing in and breathing out. Keep everything engaged. Hands on the hips. Inhale deep and exhale. And then slowly bring the hands to the front. Rotate the hip and see how you can slide even more towards the side, opening your half froggy. Check your lines so the foot stays flexed. Elbows to the floor. And feel the froggy stretch, the half froggy stretch. Try to keep the extended leg also engaged. The glute in both sides are also engaged. And we do little rotations like the cat and cows with our hip. And check that your knee, like the whole leg, it's following that hip rotation. So you're not twisting from any other joint. Good, and keep doing this for 5 more. 4, it could be that one side feels better than the other. 3, 2, 1. Now we are gonna bring that leg or that foot, the one from the bended knee, a bit inwards and start sitting backwards. Good, and 10, 9. If in any time you have questions about these exercises, remember you can comment and ask the questions there in the chat. or also in the comment of the video later when it's published. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Sit. Shake the hips. I hope you all felt that stretch. So now our hips should be nicely warm up. We will still extra activate our legs for the middle split. So get ready. In the tabletop position, we are gonna come here, tabletop position, knees are together. So now I'm gonna have the left hand in the same line as the left knee. The other hand is gonna go somewhere in between the middle. We are gonna extend the right leg. Come on your fingertips and lift the foot up. So we are gonna do 10 of these. Knee, it's facing all the time towards the front. Let's go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful. Take a breath because now we are gonna hold it for 10 counts. Keep the leg extended. And let's go. I know it's burning, but let's make the Sunday worth of it. Hold it there for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice. Drop the foot. Woo. Shake the legs and the hips. And let's go to the other side. So come into your tabletop position. Knees together. Now right hand, it's in the same line as the right knee. The other hand is somewhere in the middle. Extend the left leg. Take a deep inhale, and on the exhale, let's go in the fingertips and start lifting the foot up. 1, 2, 3. Check that your knees facing towards the front. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice. Take a breath. And let's hold it now, the foot up for 10 counts. Let's get ready. 1, 2, and 3, and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Voila la la. Take a tiny stretch here. So place the right foot on top of the left knee. Just very softly walk towards the heel with the hips, chest up, and hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we switch sides. Left foot on top of the right knee. Hands backwards, and we lift up and sit closer to our heel. Chest up. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. And sit backwards. So the last minutes, like the last 5 to 6 minutes, it's gonna be a lot of trying to hold, breathe, and allow yourself to open in the middle split. The first exercise, we are gonna lay down on our back. If you have a wall, you can use them. So I'm gonna be using the wall. If you don't have the wall, you can do it in the middle of the room. Basically, for those having the wall, we want to place the hips as close as possible to the wall. Extend the legs. And then open the legs. So you can also do this in the middle of the room. Important is not to grab the legs, like don't help yourself with the hands. So you can also develop some core muscle and leg strength holding the position in this range of motion. We are gonna stay up to 2 minutes here. So timer starts now, breathing in and breathing out. See how your legs are opening. So maybe you have a wider hip rotation or external rotation in one of the legs. So if you can push the other one a tiny bit more to open it. Also try, if you can, to keep as much as possible, engage the legs here. If you feel like you would need to come out of the pose anytime before completing the 2 minutes, important is that you do it slowly and very mindfully, so you avoid hurting yourself. So 1 minute and 15 seconds left. Breathing in and breathing out. Try to tuck the pelvis, activate the core. Keep activating the core, tucking the pelvis. You can help with your hands yourself to open a tiny bit more the legs, because now it's 45 seconds left. "30 seconds. If you feel like the legs are shaking, that's normal. But I would even recommend to do it up to 5 minutes if you dare to do it. Or you can also place some weights on top of the knees to help you open in a tiny bit more. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. To come back out, you can help yourself with the hand. Close one knee, the other one, and then come back out. Shake the hips, because this can be very intense. We are doing again a bit of a strengthening after this kind of hip opening. It's nice to bring the muscles together, and then we are going to do our hold in the middle of the mat. So to keep to strengthen a tiny bit, or bring back the strength to our hips after this hold, we are going to grab the blocks, and it's similar, like almost the same exercise we just did it before. So we bring the hands and place them a tiny bit more towards the side, and lift the leg up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we are going to bend and open. Do like circles here with me for 1, 2, 3, and switch sides. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Let's go to the other side. Hands, they are a tiny bit more towards the side than the knees, so it helps us balancing. Extend the left leg. Check, knees facing towards the front, and let's go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then bend the knee and do opening 3 circles in one direction, 3, and then switch directions. So it should feel nice in your inner thighs. Good, beautiful. And now we are gonna go to our middle split. In the on-demand library, you have the trick straddle split to middle split available. Today we are not gonna work on that. So we are gonna just slide into the middle splits. Basically, I'm gonna show it how to do it for a beginner using the wall, because that's the best way. If you have a wall, it will help you get in the right alignment for the middle split. So basically, you want to have the blocks next to you. Often people are more flexible in the middle split than what they think. So heels are touching the floor, the mat, the floor, of course, but they are touching the wall and the hips as well. And then you start the sliding. When you see like your shoulders are coming towards the ears, you need to lower down the blocks. And you open. I like to slowly open the feet, so it helps me engage in the knee more. Here, for example, you see how high they are, my shoulders. So I can start bringing the elbows down. And first you can place the elbows on top of the blocks and keep having the hips against the wall. In the next one, if you feel like, you can get rid of the blocks, and you go ahead and you also get rid of the blocks. I keep engaging the thighs, the knees, the glutes, and to come out, you can come forward and get out like a, I don't know, like a hamster, like a snake, or like someone really in pain. Good. So that's the example of how to use the wall to do the middle split. You can also do it in the middle of the room. So choose how you want to work today in your middle splits. Maybe you never try the wall and you want to give a try and see how it feels like. I'm not going to use the blocks because I don't need them, but if you need them, go ahead. It's important. Props are important to keep us safe. And let's just get that middle split there. We are going to hold it for 1 minute. And I promise this is our last exercise. So the last exercise of this Sunday or any day, and then we are ready to continue rocking the day or go to sleep. Okie dokie. Make sure you also have enough space for your legs. And let's just enter first in the middle split. Keep engaging all the time, the legs and everything. And I'm going to put the timer. So we are going to hold our middle splits for 1 minute. So you can see the line. Often also what I see people that the knees are facing somewhere in the diagonal. So see that you can face front. And the rotation is coming from the hip and not from the knee. Good. Woof. Middle splits are always so hard, at least for me. So 30 seconds. I don't know if you're sweating, but I am starting to sweat. And I have to say I have a lot of layers on me with this shirt, sweater. Good. Try to do little bounces now with the hips, bringing them down. 15 seconds. Breathing in and breathing out. Woof. Good. Breathe in, breathe out. 5 seconds. We can do it. Try to relax the shoulders. And let's come out. Good. Nice. Move from one side to another. And we are done for today's class. If you like the class, remember to give a like. You can also recommend it to your friends, whoever you feel like it needs a good middle split stretch. And you can also check the other classes we have in the channel for the middle splits, hip rotation, short routines. And I see you for the day 4 of the Splits Challenge next Sunday at the same time. Over here, you can set the reminder for the class also in the live stream part of the Zohar.Yoga.Flex channel. So have a beautiful day ahead. And I hope the stretch felt good. Otherwise, you can also let me know in the comments or send me an email. Good. Bye, everyone. Thank you for joining. Have a wonderful day.